Hey, it's Hazy Tarot here, and I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Pisces for the month of May. Now, last month I did a 4-card reading, which was 1 card for each week, but this month I'm adding an extra 4 cards, and I'll explain what they are as we go along, but it makes things a whole lot more interesting. Also, if you want an extra card to make this more personalized, I'll draw one just for you. All you have to do is just like the video and subscribe. And then just comment down below asking for another card and I will draw it for you and explain to you what it means. So in saying that, let's get to it. So if this doesn't seem to resonate with you, then make sure you check out your rising signs and your moon signs, because that will probably explain things a little bit better. Okay, so firstly, we've got the card, which represents what you will be growing stronger with this month. So, as we can see, it's the 4 of Cups. We've got the guy sitting there. He's got all these cups in front of him. He's just ignoring them, and he's being offered another one, and he just doesn't want it. So, maybe you can't really tell why he's rejecting it. Maybe he's ungrateful. Maybe he just doesn't need it anymore. Maybe he's just happy without anything extra. So it seems like you're going to be given something this month, and you're probably going to reject it. And what it seems like, there could be any reason for you rejecting it, obviously, like this guy in the cup. But whatever it is, when you do reject it, that is going to make you a stronger person. Now, this could be something bad. Someone's giving you something bad and you're going to reject it, and it's just going to make you feel stronger, just more confident without having that there. Maybe someone's trying to give you something good, but you're trying to do something yourself without anyone's help, and just doing that without that there is going to sort of make you grow as a person. So this could be a month of trying to challenge yourself a bit more. If people do offer you help or to try and make things easier for you, but you see that you could probably grow as a person by doing it yourself without making things easier with someone else there, then make sure you take that, because that is your opportunity to grow stronger this month. Now, this card is an opportunity waiting to happen. So as we can see here, we got the 9 of Wands, and we see the man waiting there. So this is showing that something that you've been working towards is nearly complete, but it's not quite there yet. And now you're just in the phase where you have to wait and just sort of go with it and just wait until it actually gets done. It's just, all that matters at the moment is just the time. So this is saying that in that time where you're just waiting and just sort of going along with things, there's going to be an opportunity there to actually probably change something and make it different in your life, rather than just being, I have to do this to finish it. Maybe you can look at things at a different mindset, or maybe something will just come along and change things and make you see it differently, as seeing, because you're going to be seeing this as sort of like wasting time and just having to do it. Maybe something's going to come back and bring joy to it and bring you the opportunity that way. So when you're waiting, look for things that are opportunities to make things change in your life. Alright, so this next card is what will be fading. So we got the 3 of Pentacles here. You can see the craftsman working on a statue, and there's the priest and the nun over here are helping him build it. So this is another sign pointing back to this first one, I think, where this is where you're offered help with something and you're going to have to turn it down to sort of actually improve in it. This card is about getting help to do something because you haven't developed the skill in it yet. So if there is something that, like, this is sort of showing that your ability to need help with something that you are trying to learn is going to diminish. That is what is going to fade this month. So you're going to stop needing help anymore. Maybe it does have to do with that you can just refuse help. It's sort of like taking the training wheels off your bike and then you're just going to learn like that. But anything that you've been learning that you're having trouble with, you're going to start to get good at this month. So moving on, we've got a unique experience that brings insight. Now in this situation, the page is going to represent a message. Now swords are going to represent sort of an idea or a thought or something to do with education, and you're going to get a message about that. Now, there's going to be insight found in this message. Whether it's a new idea that you haven't thought of yet, maybe it's going to help you see things completely differently. Maybe it's just you're told something that's just going to help you learn something factual or something like that that's going to help you see things differently. But in a message that you get this month about something to do with intellect, it's going to help you get insight towards a certain situation in your life, or maybe just the whole view of life. So moving on to the first week of the month, we have the Eight of Cups here. And as we can see, all the cups are still standing, and this person is walking away from it. Now, this represents you walking away from something that you feel quite strongly about. Could be bad feelings, could be good feelings. Well, okay, it can't be bad feelings actually. I take that back. It's about good feelings, as we can see, because all the cups are still standing. This means that this parting, or whatever it is that you're leaving, is going to be on good terms. And although it could hurt a bit, you know that it's going to end up well in the end, because that's why you left. You're leaving something for the greater good in the end. Even if it hurts a little bit now, you know that it's going to end up okay. And whatever you're leaving is something close to you. It can be a friend, it could be a family, it could just be a situation that you really feel strongly about. But that first week, there's going to be a chance to leave it. And this is sort of a sign that if you've been thinking of leaving of something lately, then you need to take that opportunity, because you're going to end up stuck there if you don't leave soon. So, next, in the second week, we've got the King of Cups. Now, this person is going to be affecting you in that second week. If you're a female. If you're a male, it means something different, which I'll do first, actually. As this is going to represent you if you're a male. So, this is sort of saying to focus on all of your masculine qualities. Try and master your emotions. Try and sort of feel things strongly, but accept that these are feelings and they don't need to affect the decisions that you make. Because you do have trouble with your emotions sometimes, like they sort of will take over your thoughts completely and you won't be able to operate properly. This is a sign to sort of master all those thoughts and try and accept them and not just let them bother you all the time. But for a female, this means a guy like the King of Cups is going to play effect in your life in that second week. So the King of Cups is a male that can be quite emotional. They do think of their family and friends, and they find them very important in their life, and they can be sensitive, and they do find they seem to overreact to a lot of things. And this person is probably going to be reacting to you a lot in that second week. Maybe you don't really want to deal with it, but this could be one of those signs for personal growth for you to actually try and, if you do deal with it and focus on it, then it's going to help you grow as a person. But it could be a sign, like if this person is just too much to deal with, then it could just be try and stay away from them in that second week, because they could be having a hard time. So moving on to the third week, we have the Six of Coins. So we can see here, we've got the rich guy giving the coins to the beggars down there. And now, these coins don't mean much to him, but they mean a lot to the beggars. So if you seem to have a lot of material possessions that you don't need anymore, then it could be a good time to give them to someone who needs them. Like, maybe you can just give to the poor or something like that, but maybe someone is starting something new that you used to be interested in a long time ago. Maybe you can give them some of your old stuff that they might not be able to afford, or they haven't really thought of using. You could just give it to them, and that will give them a good start in that. Also, you could be the receiver in this situation. So if you are starting new, then maybe someone who's quite interested in whatever it is that you're starting can give you something like that to actually help you. So keep your eye out for people who are interested in the same things as you this month, in that third week. So moving on to the 4th week of the month, we have this 10 of Cups. Now this is going to relate back to this first week where you were walking away from something that was important to you. If you do that, it will take a little bit to get over, but in this 4th week you're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to have all that emotional fulfillment that you're after. You're actually going to see things in a new perspective and you'll be completely happy with that. Obviously, there are going to still be negatives happening and stuff, but you'll be able to deal with them fine. And all the sort of petty negative emotions like anger and jealousy and that, they're just not going to bother you at this time of the month. So that looks like a good ending to the month to you. Although it could be a little bit crazy at times, it seems like it's going to end on a good note. And with that, I will end the reading. If you would like the extra card to see a bit more specifically what's going on, to make it a bit more personalized, then just like the video and subscribe and just comment down below asking for it, and I will happily draw that for you next time I'm online. And other than that, hopefully everything goes well, and thank you for listening.